today's video, we will be doing a little bit of a manga tour. Here with me, I have the first 23 volumes of One Piece, which I got in the #1 box set a couple of years ago. We will be going through the covers and the spines of all 23 mangas that come in the box set, while also talking about some of the characters and some of the arcs that take place along the way. So spoiler warning for anybody who has not read up or watched through the arc of Alabasta. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with volume #1. This here is obviously a classic. So here on the cover you have a very, very early Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. And even in this very early cover you can see that Zoro is drinking every moment that he can. So this is classic. I actually have 2 copies of this. And then this is the spine here. Here, maybe. Oh. There we go. So that is volume 1. The one that started it all. On to volume 2. Now, I'm not a fan of the color of volume 2, but this is the first look at Buggy's crew, Captain Buggy's crew. And Luffy doing his little silly stretch face, but that there is Captain Buggy. This is the spine. Damn it, I did it again. So that is volume 2 right there. Yeah, I should probably show you guys the back too. I'll go ahead and do that. The backs just have a little synopsis of each volume roughly. We're not gonna really take the time to read through every single one. Alright, so this is volume number 3. Volume number 3. I really like this one right here. Really like this one. Look at Luffy, very, very reminiscent of the Pirate King himself. Holy shit. That was my fan that just fell down. I really hope that that was not loud as fuck, because we are in it all. Okay. But as I was saying, Zoro here with the drip, with the aura, man, and the black bandana, son. Just wow. That's a spine. I did it again. Okay, this way. I gotta remember to turn it this way because it's manga. Alright. And here we have volume 4. East Blue Part 4. This first arc, the way that the manga separates it is kind of East Blue and then Baroque works, which is a little different than the anime. But this right here is Captain Kuro on the cover. And again, Luffy down here and all of Kuro's, crew right there. This is the front, and the side, and the back. I really like the blue. They use this kind of blue color a lot through a lot of the different mangas, and I really like it. And here we have volume number 5. So this is still in Usopp's village right here. So you've got Luffy, Usopp, Zoro, Nami, and then these kids right here down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see them, but these kids down here at the bottom, these are the Usopp Pirates. The Usopp Pirates. And they stay behind to take care of the village and watch the village while Usopp actually goes out to the sea to become a brave pirate warrior, brave warrior of the sea, because that is as I'm sure you all know. Actually, look at this. Look at this back. Look at Luffy with the ice cream. That's adorable. That's hilarious. Oda has really just had fun with his manga throughout the years. Really just gone his own way, and I really dig it. So this is one of my favorite early volumes, definitely. But with the black cover, everybody is all dripped out. Yes, sir. Trying not to get the glare too much. But everybody on the staircase with the cat. Everybody's with the black suits and black dress. And then Luffy on the back again. This time in a pool floaty, because obviously if he's gonna go swimming, he's gonna need something to keep him up. Alright. Here we have Volume 7. Volume 7. Nothing crazy here. Nothing too crazy. Just Luffy and Sanji eating. I'm not sure if this is Panda Man, technically. It looks like a shark, but also like a panda. Oda has a long running gag in his manga that he puts a man called Panda Man. It's like the Easter egg of One Piece. Oda likes to sneak him in occasionally. I want to say he's on a couple of the covers. And he's hidden throughout the manga and the anime. So he's a nice little fun thing to look for. I think that's him right there. Or like another depiction of him. But yes, this is volume 7. Alright, on to volume 8. So we're getting into Sanji recruitment territory, especially with the last volume. But here with volume 8, we are in full swing. We are at the restaurant on the seas, and we are here fighting. Let's see, what is his name? I can't remember his name. I can find out real quick. I think it's Don Craig. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, his name is Don Craig. And it's just Luffy going crazy, and that's Don Craig right here, and these are some of his crewmates. They want to take over the restaurant ship because they are getting back from the Grand Line, and their ship is all destroyed, and they need something to obviously sail the sea. So they're trying to take the restaurant ship, and Luffy doesn't let them, obviously, because give Luffy food, he's not, he's gonna fight till the end for you. Here is volume 9. This is the transition into Arlong Park right here. Is what I would is if I remember correctly, they should be entering Arlong Park. Nami is already back there. On the cover here you have Nami with her little tangerine, and you've got Luffy and Zoro. Zoro's got blood all over his sword. That's kind of crazy. Usopp freaking out as he does, and Sanji smoking a cigarette as he does. So that's the cover right there for volume 9, The Spine. I have not been doing this because I've been screwing it up. And then we've got Luffy on the back, and I believe this is like a fisherman's pit. Yeah, definitely a fishing bowl. Luffy, though, definitely does not have the patience for fishing. He is too impatient. He would doze off or want to move on to something else for sure. Alright, on to the next one. Volume 10. Volume 10. Back with the blue. This one is blue. And we get our first look at some of the Fishman pirates here on the cover. The Fishman pirates. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have Arlong himself. Arlong himself. This, I cannot remember its name, but this is a little like see this, but Luffy look kind of ripped. Luffy's kind of ripped right here on the cover. That's kind of crazy. I've actually got, this is peeling up right here, and that drives me crazy. I'm gonna have to figure out like something for that. But this is the cover. Then you've got the spine, and then you've got the OG4. You got the guys, the OG crew, right there on the back. Onward to volume 11. So I am actually caught up on the manga, caught up on the anime, but I am not caught up on reading the manga. I watched the anime and decided to start collecting, and when I decided to start collecting instead of rewatching, because I am now caught up and I have nothing else to watch, I've decided to reread it. So I am actually here at volume 11. Volume 11. This is where I'm at right here. I want to say that we're still, full Arlong Park. I want to say finishing up Arlong Park here in this volume, or at least the fight and everything like that. But look at this cover. Look at this art. Oh my gosh. Tell me everybody in here doesn't look absolutely insane. Wow. Oda goes hard, man. Oda goes hard, and then you get the spine. You've actually got Luffy, Nami, and that's just Luffy and Nami here on the side. And we've got Luffy and the Straw Hats on the Going Merry on the back. Alright. Volume 12, Volume 12, Volume 12, Volume 12. Wow. Wow. This is like a fever dream for the Straw Hat Pirates right here. Look at this. All the Straw Hats with a bunch of treasure on the Going Merry. What a cover. Nami is definitely living her best life with all this gold, all this treasure. I wonder how many berries that is. Luffy in his classic pose. Right here. Not right here. Actually right here. Not right here. It's actually right here. This is what I'm talking about. Not the words right here. I'm talking about Luffy because I'm an idiot. Alright, onward, 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 onward. Okay. So, this is actually the beginning of Baroque Works, it looks like. And wow. All the different people from the Baroque Works organization right here on the cover. Wow. Honestly, such a good arc. One thing Oda does best is side characters, and he knocks it out the park with every single arc. We have Luffy being a fisherman again, with a big old fish. I want to say that I read in an article, or maybe even in the back of one of the mangas somewhere, that Oda got asked something about why he draws so many animals on the covers and with the Straw Hats, and he said something along the lines of, that's just what's fun to him. He thinks it's fun to have, like a tiger, or like a giant cat or an elephant or something like that in the background. He really likes that, and I like that. I think it's cool. Alright, so on to volume number 14. Alright, so we have Vivi and Luffy, and I cannot remember the duck's name. I know you guys are gonna blame me. It's been a minute, bro. Okay, it took me 3 years to watch One Piece all the way through. I'm a grown man. I have a life. Okay, and I have not gotten to reread through this part, so bear with me a little bit here. Okay, don't throw hate. I am pages with a bird, with a big old bird. See, this is what I'm talking about. Oda just be drawing the straw hats with random ass animals. Like, just for no reason, just because he wants to. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Alright. My hand itches. I know you guys hear that. I know you hear me scratching my hand. Got dry hands, Jesus Christ. It's because I put some of this Purell on it. Some of this Purell. And I'm about to make it worse. Because I'm going to put some more on. Alright. So, on to volume 15. Volume 15. This is actually a really cool color. I've looked through all of the covers whenever I got the box sets. Because I have box set 1, 2, and 3. I don't have 4 yet, but I just kind of looked at them briefly as I put them on the shelf. So I don't remember every single one of these. I really like the color on this one, aside from the art itself is also really goated. But here you have our two giant homies right here. The giants. And you've got Usopp right here in the center. Because he really is the kind of, you know, the pivotal player in the giant arc. Wow. You got Luffy right down here in front. Yes. If you're caught up on the anime, you understand just how prevalent a lot of these first few, really a lot of these volumes in this first box set are. There's a lot of stuff that goes on and a lot of stuff that, information and stuff that carries out through most of the show, So it's really cool. I really like this cover. I'm holding it so low. You guys can see the whole cover, but I really like this cover. The little snaky dude on the back. Luffy and little snaky dude with a little fish again, dude. And here is the spot. Alright, we're getting down to the last couple of them. We're at volume 16. And 16. Sorry. I was in elementary school when High School Musical came out. That was full swing for me as a kid. We were all over it, dude. We actually had a music teacher in elementary school that made all of our music programs, all of them that wasn't Christmas related, were High School Musical related, like themed and storied, and it was actually really crazy. It was real poppin' in my elementary school. But anyways, onward to volume 16, and this crazy color, but check out this cover. Wow. Chopper, my boy Chopper, making his debut on the cover here. With his daddy-o. Yes sir. What a great character. I feel like Chopper really kind of gets slept on now because he gets made to be like this doctor, mascot kind of character. But I think that he's really awesome. I think he's got a lot of depth, and Oda can pull that whenever he wants to. He can pull it out of his back pocket. So I really love Chopper. I also really love the Chopper live action design along with the live action Chopper voice. I'm a big Chopper fan. I'm here for it. I'm excited for live action season 2. Where it at? When we get it? Alright. But then you have the spine. And then you have Nami and Vivi here in their alabaster drip. Yes sir. Looking mighty awesome. Yes sir. Alright. And to continue on with the Drum Island, this is volume 17, and then you see down here that we have Chopper in his different form because he is a Zoan fruit eater. He was a reindeer that ate a human fruit. So he can change. And then we have Sanji also dripped out. Luffy ready to do his thing in Nami's jacket. And then we have the big bad of the arc up here, Warball. Is it Warball or Warball? Warball, something along those lines. He eats through shit. He be eating through walls and whatever. So then we have the bag here, which is again just the straw hats with a bunch of animals. It looks like Luffy, Vivi, Zoro, Usopp, and literally a ginormous dog. Just a very large dog. Alright. Okay, so we are now on volume 18. Volume 18. This one is actually kind of, now just feeling it in my hands, it's a little bit thicker than the rest of them. Not by a lot, but enough to notice it's a little thicker. And this here, we got our main man Ace right here, Fire Fist Ace. The one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Ace with Nami and Vivi. You know, they really kind of steal the show in terms of like looks. This arc, I feel like they really just have the aura with the fits and everything. They really bring the energy. And then you got Luffy obviously dying right here because he hates the desert. He's actually, Usopp is also dying right there, which is hilarious. Chopper is also in worse shape than anybody else. Got excess for eyes. So that's the cover of volume 18. Introduction of Fire Fist Ace in Alabas. Volume 18. And then just Luffy on the back here. Volume 19. Here on the cover of volume 19, we have some key players of Alabas, some of the side characters, like the guys who guard the king. These two gentlemen right here are looking out for Vivi and the king of Alabas, which is Vivi's father. I can't remember who this is off the top of my dome right away. Here is also, this is really funny because I remember this from the anime, but this is Luffy mocking Zoro, like he's pretending to be Zoro, so he's smoking a cigarette right here. That is hilarious. So that is volume 19. Then here on the back, oh wow, okay, so here on the back, it's Luffy with Nami with a big gun and a literal tiger. Like I was saying. So yeah, that's volume 19. Oh, it's a large stack. I'm gonna have to make sure I put all these on the shelf in order. Down to the last four. I really like this one. You know, this cover here has Smoker on it. This might be like his introduction. I think this is whenever he has the run-in with Dragon, maybe. Although I thought that was at Water 7. No, it's here. It's gotta be here. Okay, yeah, again, I don't remember who this is. I thought it was Zoro for a second, and I was like, wait, that does not Zoro. But yeah, there's Smoker right there on the cover. This one's kind of cool, unique. Also got Crocodile on the cover right there for the first time. Zoro with aura, and I think Luffy is riding on like a hippopotamus maybe, a blue hippopotamus. Blue. Why are you blue? show you at the same time because they are corresponding volumes, meaning that they're meant to be lined up and looked at together. So here you have the Straw Hats versus Baroque Works Organization. This is volume 21 and 22. I really like these because Oda doesn't do these a lot, but he does, occasionally have these. Manga doesn't really do this a lot in general, but here, like I said, you have the whole Baroque work crew, everybody right here. You've also got our main girl right there, Nico Robin. She's soon to be Straw Hat, and then we switch over here to volume 22, and you've obviously got the whole Straw Hat and honorary Straw Hat crews. And we'll go ahead and look at the spines. The spines full of, technically, you'd put them like this. So Luffy and Crocodile are looking at each other. That's another small little detail. Alright, here on the back of 21, it looks like it is Luffy with a trident and everybody having a nice time in water, and Luffy's just going crazy. So that's the back of 21. The back of 22 is you gotta be free, One Piece. That's what it says. You gotta be a free One Piece, and it's just the Straw Hats just posted up doing their Straw Hat thing. Alright, final volume of the set, final volume of the box set. So this is not the final volume of Alabasta, but this is where they decided to make the cut for box set number 1. In the next video, I'm going to be doing box set number 2, and then box set number 3, and then eventually when I acquire box set number 4, and so on and so forth. We'll keep going. I've also got a Junji Ito collection. I might go through that. I think that would be really cool, although I really wouldn't be able to show a lot of the art for obvious reasons. But we'll go ahead and finish up here with volume 23, and what a cover to finish the video on, because it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that this is everybody in their fights here kind of peaking in Alabasta, with Vivi just happy, normal, cheery picture in the center. I really like that. To me, it's what the Straw Hats are fighting for. They're fighting for their friend. They're fighting for her happiness. They're fighting for her freedom. So, also, this one is thicker. I know that this one is for sure thicker. Just because they needed to fit more pages into it for whatever reason. But this is volume 23. We've got the back here. And that is it. That is all 23 volumes from box set number 1 of One Piece. I'm going to be taking the weekend actually to try to binge through most of these. I am on volume 11. I really would like to get into box set number 2 before next week. I know that's kind of a tall task, but I'm not really doing anything, so I'm going to try to knock it out. At this point, if you're still here, I want to thank you for taking the time to stick around and listen to me rant about manga for about 30 minutes. Wow, 30-minute video. That's